Good afternoon, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, today is another kind of just crummy, gloomy day out, but I did end up waking up earlier than I did yesterday. I woke up like 10 o'clock, which is at least earlier than yesterday. I am going to make the strawberry shortcake because I have all the ingredients, I got all the stuff, and I'm actually going to use the Pioneer Woman cookbook because I picked out some really good strawberries at, I think it was Valley Produce. They had them on sale and they were like good looking strawberries. I have not seen any, like they're still not really in season yet, so I mean it's hard to find like good looking strawberries, and these ones looked good. So I'm going to try and make this. I've never made like strawberry shortcake before, but that is what I'm going to do because the longer they sit in the fridge, the worse off they start turning. So I want to make them as early as possible. So I'm going to do that, and then this morning when I woke up, I was going to go out to the freezer to go get a crock pot or a freezer dinner and throw it in the crock pot this morning, and then realized that we're actually going out for dinner tonight because we, my aunt and uncle, are coming to watch Matthew's volleyball game tonight, and then we're going out for pizza after that. So, but the thing is, we have to work concessions today, so I'm not sure how the timing is working out or anything like that, if they're just going to stay for the varsity game after, because we watch the JV game, and then we work concessions for the varsity game, and like a varsity parent will work the concessions for the JV game, so that it alternates, so like you can still watch, you know, your family member play or whatever. So we don't have to work during Matthew's game, it's just going to be afterwards, and so for somehow, you know, after, because Matthew still has to stay for the varsity game anyway. So anyways, afterwards we're going out to eat for dinner, and so this morning I woke up and then was like, oh, I don't have to do that. So normally what I'll do is I'll take the dogs out and then run out to the freezer and grab a freezer dinner, come back inside, and then I'll defrost it and then make my coffee and my bagel for the morning. And since I didn't have to like defrost it or anything like that, and or put it in the crock pot or whatever, I actually ended up making the breakfast parfaits. So I made 4 of those. I got like a tub of yogurt, and then I just added, I used 1 thing of these blueberries, and then I added maybe like a half of a thing of strawberries and cut them up in there and added some granola. So those will be for breakfast for kind of for the week. I don't like them, so it's more for like my dad, my mom, Matthew, Jack, whoever liked. Well, Jack doesn't like them. But I ended up making those, and it took me like 5-10 minutes to do. All I really need to do is just cut the what's it called, the strawberries, and just like scoop the yogurt out. But I got like a big organic vanilla yogurt tub from Aldi. I think they're like $2.99 or something like that, or $3, whatever. And so I did that this morning, and now I'm going to, like I said, try and make that strawberry shortcake, only because, like I said, I don't want the strawberries to end up like going bad or anything like that, sitting in the fridge for, you know, longer than a couple days, because when I picked them they looked good. So that's why I'm hoping that I can make that. But there's a couple other things too that I wanted to make for this week. Like I've got everything to make. Well, I love this cookbook. I love the salsa recipe in here, and also the hummus recipe. So I have all this stuff to make both of those, but I'm not sure that I'm gonna, maybe I'll do it. The only thing is that I need some room in the fridge, so that's why I'm going to get those strawberry cartons out of there so that there's a little bit more room, because we're kind of running short on space. And like making any of this stuff is like pantry things, and then would have to go in the fridge, so it would take up more space. So you have to try and figure out like in order what I can do. And I think I might also real quick whip up the freezer dinners, because that's just like throwing everything into a bag, and it's really easy. I think all I need to do is just like cut an onion and what's it called? I need a little bit of ginger. So I think that's pretty much it. And then also I have eggs, so I might make an egg bake too, and make it like for future for breakfasts. But I don't know how much I'm feeling up to cooking right now, guys. We'll see. I have, like I said, I have a list of things that have all the ingredients for that I want to make. Like I want to make some like coffee ice cream. That is, oh, I think it's also a Pioneer Woman cookbook recipe also, and so I wanted to make some of that. And I think there's one other, what's it called, the like leche cake. It's like a milk cake. Oh my goodness, guys, I've had it before. It is so good. And for the longest time, I didn't know what it was called, and like I looked it up online and then found out that there's a recipe in her cookbook too. Oh my goodness, it is so good. So I'm gonna probably make one of those, but probably not today just because that would be a lot of dessert in one day to make. But yeah, I gotta get to the first, and then cleaning out the meat that's in the fridge too should take out some extra space. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get rolling on this. Well, guys, looks like no strawberry shortcake for us today. Got completely done making the batter for the cake part, and I put it on, like I put it in a baking dish, and then I put that on top of a baking sheet because I like to, it's easier to get out of the oven. So I put it on top of that and then went to go pull it off the counter, and the whole thing fell all over the floor. So we're gonna cut it too close time-wise to if I tried to make it again, so it's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I cannot believe that happened. I don't even know what happened too. It was like it got stuck like on the edge of the stove. Like I felt it, like it had like some tension, and all of a sudden I went to go pull it, and like it just came like flying all over the floor. So yeah, we're gonna have strawberry shortcake tomorrow because yeah, time wise we're gonna cut it too close to the volleyball game tonight. So, anyways, guys, I might be able to make the ice cream, though, so I think I'm going to do that. I kind of wanted to bring the strawberry shortcake, though, to dinner tonight. Like, even though we're going to a pizza place, I was thinking about that, like, if it was done in time, that, like, if it wasn't, I could just leave the extra cake part just sitting out and let the, finish it, like, once we got home. But I was thinking if I had enough time, I could have brought it tonight. But, yeah, doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, I don't know. Maybe I can make cookies or something like that. But I don't know. The thing is, I have no problem ingredients-wise. I can easily make it again. It's just time-wise. I'm not going to be able to. Oh, but I'm really upset, guys. I cannot believe that happened. Seriously. It just, like, flopped right on the floor. And it's, like, a thicker batter. And so it just, like, the thing fell on top of it, and it just like, it scooped up perfectly fine, but I mean, I'm not gonna bake it after it's been on the floor and dog hair and stuff like that. I cannot believe that happened, guys. This is the first time something like that, like I have like spilled stuff, and like I've never had a whole cake like fall on the ground like that, like the cake batter fall on the ground. I cannot believe that just happened to me, seriously. But anyways, I might be able to make some type of cookies or something like that really quick. I'm just really upset that just happened because, like, now I have to clean, like, the thing is, I don't put the KitchenAid, like, utensils or whatever in the dishwasher. I know they say that the wire one you should wash by hand. I think the rest is all dishwasher safe, but I just like to wash it all by hand anyway. So then I have to wash the whole thing by hand right now, even to be able to make the ice cream. And I'm kind of upset that, like, I have all these dirty dishes and nothing to show for it, which is what I think a little bit more upsetting to me right now. That I, like, dirtied all of my utensils and everything like that to have the cake fall on the ground. But yeah, we'll see about maybe the ice cream right now. Or I could just make the ice cream chocolate chip cake that I made for Matthew's birthday and Jack's birthday too. I have chocolate chip cookies, the what's it called, the Chips Ahoy ones, that I could make into that. But the problem is I don't know that there's really room in the freezer right now to make ice cream either. Oh goodness, guys, I'm gonna have to see what I can whip up because I really feel like baking right now, and I'm really upset that that happened.
And the libero, number 3, Matt Nizi.
So guys, we got back from the volleyball game, actually quite some time ago. It's about time for me to take a shower and head to bed. But Matthew did win. He played actually in both games, and like I said, they won, and my aunt and uncle ended up coming, but they, because we had to stay for concessions, we had to stay for the varsity game. So my dad actually worked concessions with one of the freshman parents, because they were also, like, I think they double book people just in case, like, one family happens to not, like, show up to work their specific day. Sometimes they'll even, like, triple book. But anyway, so my dad was working with, like, them, and there was, like, more than enough people in there pretty much to do it, so we didn't have to, like, what's it called, me and Jack didn't help. We stayed and watched the varsity game, but my mom and my aunt and uncle ended up going out and getting pizza at the pizza place, and since we had to stay afterwards, my aunt and uncle weren't going to end up staying for the varsity game. They're a little older, so it's understandable they didn't want to be out super late driving when it was dark out, or, you know, even to just, like, eating, because by the time it was over, it was like 6:30 or something like that, which is, or late 6 o'clock, you know, and so by the time, like, we would have went and had dinner or, like, you know, pizza and stuff like that, it would have probably ended up being, like, close to, like, 7 o'clock or so that they're then leaving and everything, and, you know, so, my mom just ended up going for that with them, and we came back and we actually ended up getting pizza. So anyway, long story short, yeah, we didn't end up going out for pizza though tonight. But yeah, Matthew's team won and the varsity won also tonight. I think the freshman won too, that's what they said. But anyways, guys, oh my goodness. Okay, I had something in this eye, I got it out. Now there's something in this eye and I can't see. It's driving me crazy, guys. So yeah, anyways though, I'm going to take a shower and head to bed. Hopefully I'm going to be able to make the, what's it called? The, what's that stuff called? The strawberry shortcake tomorrow. I'm just so upset, guys, that happened today. Like, that has never ever happened to me. But I did make 2 things. I froze 2 things of, and I don't think it'll be totally frozen yet, of coffee ice cream. Ooh, it's starting to kind of get frozen in there, if you guys can see. Yeah, not totally yet. Still a little soupy in the middle. So, yeah, it's not totally frozen yet, but this should most likely be frozen by tomorrow, and then I finally get to taste some of it, because there was, when I went to Oberweis, like, I think about a year ago, I ended up going with my friends, and they had this, like, I don't know if it was like a mocha ice cream or like it was some type of like coffee ice cream. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And it was the only type of ice cream that didn't make my stomach hurt. I don't know why, because normally it's like way too much milk and like dairy, and so I can't do a lot of ice cream. But I didn't have that much anyway when I had this, but I just remember it was the best tasting ice cream I think I've ever had. And on top of that too, I didn't have any, like, you know, upset stomach after I had it, which normally is a sacrifice I have to pay for, you know, having ice cream. But I just had a little bit, and oh my gosh, it was so good. And when I was making it, it smelled just like that, and I was like, oh my gosh, if it tastes like that, I'm going to just literally die. I don't know if it's going to taste good or if it's not going to taste good. I have no clue. I don't know if it's going to taste like the Oberweis stuff, but all I know is when I was making it, it smelled like that, and I was like, oh, I'm going to die. I'm going to be in heaven. But the thing was, they did have chocolate chips in it, like chocolate, not like semi-sweets, but like chips. And so I kind of wanted to add some of that to it, but now that's kind of frozen. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll add some real quick before it's completely frozen over. But anyways, I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe. And I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.